Hello everyone, welcome back to CloudForge Lab. This is the fourth video on our Terraform on Azure video series. And in today's video, we'll be discussing about locals block in Terraform. As always, I have opened the Terraform registry documentation and Hasikov language configuration documentation. So we will understand what is the locals and how we can use it. And then I will show you a demo example. Okay. And to all of you who are watching this video series for the first time, I've created three more videos. So I will request you to watch those videos before you come to this. But if you are already aware about Terraform and you want to revise about locals, then you can again continue on this. So before starting, let's understand, before I start the demo, let's understand what is locals. So local block is used to say locals in Terraform is like a function scope variables in other language. So if you want to use a expression, right, and you don't want to repeat it throughout your configuration, then you can use locals. For example, I have this expression, right? Now suppose I want to create another expression, okay, and a similar expression. I want to use it somewhere else in my configuration. Then instead of writing this multiple times, what we can do is create a local and use that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so how we declare the local variable? We see locals, and if you have this VS Code setup, you to automatically give you a suggestion you can do here, right? And also we can go to the documentation and see how we declare local. So there is a local block, okay? And suppose I want to give a resource prefix, like if I want to give a resource group prefix, okay? Prefix is positive, so we can use the variables that we have declared. So in previous lecture I have declared water variables, right? That we can use all the variables that we have declared, that we can use it here. Now here, instead of using this expression, what we can use is we can say equals dot. Okay, let's copy this. Yeah, resource. Let's see how it is being used here as well, right? So you can see var, you can use it here, and local dot resource group, and you can use it like this as well, right? Here, the name tag that is being used. So in similar way, we will use it. Okay. So let's give it the name of, let's see, it's local. So remember this. When we declare the block, we can say locals, okay, but when we reference it, we call it as local, okay. So we will give it here. So now this is correct. What I'll show you another example as well, but let's try to run it. So I'll run Terraform in it. Okay. The variables that I have used, I've already defined, I've already discussed in previous videos. I'm not going to discuss that again. But what I'll do is I'll just apply all this life cycle command as well. I've declared discussed previously. So you can go and check that as well. So let's see what happens. So it says no configuration changes because it has already been there. So what we will do, let's make some changes. We'll go to, okay, let me pass, some different variable to some of these. So let's say if I go here, variable one, and in application say my local test. Yes. Okay, now let me do that. Apply again. So now it's replacing. So whatever was created previously will be replaced. So I'll say yes. Okay, it's deleting. Basically, it's updating. So in last lecture, when we were discussing variables, I created a resource group. Now it's trying to delete. Since I updated the application name, it's trying to delete that and create a new resource group. So once it is done, we can verify that as well. Okay. Let's log in into the portal. And see resource group. Yeah, so my local test prod is already created. I think here also it will be created, right? So it's already done. Now let's understand this in a bit more detail. Okay. So suppose where mostly we can use. So let's try to create a resource group. Okay. So suppose I have this resource group. Okay. Let's copy it. So uh, whenever you are creating any configuration or Azure configuration using Terraform, have this link open. This is Terraform registry. It will be very useful. Okay. So let's go here and paste it. Okay, now I have example and then resource group also example. So this is fine. Now this account here, right? I don't want to hard code the values even for account replication. Okay. I don't want to hard code these values. Okay, so what we can do is we can use it in locals. Okay, so for example, I can give storage account here. Okay, and then I can use it standard. Okay, and similarly for storage account replication, I can go and say GRS. Okay, and then we can use the local use. Okay, storage account here and local account replication. And more important, this as well, right? The tag. You can use the tag as well, right? We can give, say, staging tag. Staging tag. Okay, and it will be this. Okay, and then use the variable here. Sorry, the local. Okay, now this tag we can use everywhere. To every configuration we want to have a staging tag, we can use it. So we don't have to hard code it here. Similarly, if you want to have, say, I want to have another resource group, right, with the same uh, account tier and replication, right? With the same account tier and replication, I can use that. And if I want to change it, I can change it at one place. Okay, say here example 2. Okay, what happened here? So one block is one is missing. We collected. copied incorrectly, right? So let's do that. Okay. So now it's fine, right? So we can have this. So now for name also, we can use this kind of an expression. But let's say we want to use st, then our variable name. Okay. So we can just copy this. Okay. Now since this one we need different account names. It should be global. So let's create only one resource storage account. Okay. So, but basically we should get an idea to how we are going to use locals. Okay. So let's save it and then we will do Terraform apply directly and see what happens. If this is not, you know, unique, we will see something. We'll add something. Okay. But I think you get a gist of how locals are being used. Okay. So let's say Terraform apply. And see, it should be one addition. We should be adding one more resource here. It shows some error is there. Let's what is that? Okay, so it has some naming standard in the name. So let's do one thing. We'll hard code the name. Steve. Okay, the storage account is not supposed to have a hyphen. Okay, so that was the mistake, I guess. So let's do that. Remove this hyphen, and then it should work. And it says something must be between lowercase letters and number. Okay, that's fine. It should not allow hyphen, and that is fine. Okay. This is how if you forget something, right? While you are doing, you will get some kind of error. This is fine. Okay. Okay, this is again taking an hyphen, right? Because we have used a hyphen here, so it's taking a hyphen again. So let's hard code it for the purpose of our example, or we can use another local. If you want to do that, we can use that as well. Let's do that. Okay, since we are practicing locals, let's do that. We'll create one local for storage account prefix. Okay, the prefix storage account prefix. Account prefix, and this hyphen we will remove. Okay, and then here we will use double dot storage account prefix. Okay, and now this should work. One to add, which is fine, and we'll say yes. Let's see if it's going to take, it will definitely take some time to get to get created, but we'll wait for it and we'll verify it. Uh, so I hope basically you get an idea of how we are using the locals, how to use variables, how this providers and how we use variables. I have declared in previous videos. That is part 1, 2, and 3. You can go and check that. And if you want to give me some feedback, please do provide that feedback in the comments. And make sure you subscribe to the channel So you'll get a notification whenever I upload a new video. And I'll be covering all the topics on Terraform, right? Uh, which will be, useful when you are learning Terraform on Azure. So let's wait for this account to get created, and once it's get created, I will show it to on the portal, and then we will finish this video. Still waiting, and it's added. Let's go to the portal. We will go to home. I'll go to resource groups. It should be in this resource group. Okay, and you can see my storage account is created. Okay, so I'm not explaining you the details of the this storage account. I'm just explaining what is local. So I hope this was useful, and that's it for this video. I'll connect you in the next video where I'll explore more topics on Terraform. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.